I cannot wait to record today's episode, guys, because Joe Timmsiola is right in the middle of the Tour de France. So before we get started, go back to the previous one if you missed it, because we kicked off our race with a really good start, almost taking the yellow jersey. Third place in Lannion, just behind Milan and Brennan, but then on stage 4, our GC bid completely fell apart on the cobblestones of Roubaix. An absolutely mad day, to be honest, and we finished all the way down in 60th place after we punctured on Mons and Pavel. It was pure carnage for everyone though, not just Joe Timmsiola, and we have recovered to 14th place in the GC. And we need to decide now, do we drop out of the GC completely so we can go in the breakaways, or do we try and fight for a GC place? Well, we might find out early here because a medium mountain day kicks things off. Some transitional days take us to the first time trial of the race before heading to the big mountains and colder Tourmalet. But we start with this one to La Serra. To be honest, I reckon on paper this could be a breakaway day, but that depends on whether Tadej Pogačar, now in the yellow jersey, wants to win the stage. And I am keen to see who goes into the early breakaway here. Only, Lipovitz, Healy, Vacek, some strong riders are going. So you know what? Early in the stage, here we go, Joe Timmsiola on the attack, trying to join the breakaway. And you know what? For now, we are in the selection made. The first group up the road, there are the peloton though, and it's Little Trek chasing behind. But like I said, I reckon this could be a breakaway day. So if we can make it into the final breakaway at 6 minutes 40 in the GC, it could be good for us. First up though, we do have a KOM sprint. I don't think we're going to be very competitive here. We do get some points, maybe, no. But there's no doubt we're spending so much energy trying to force this breakaway clear, and now we have counter-attacks as well. This breakaway group not working right now. And there you go, we are caught by the yellow jersey group. Our breakaway adventure is short-lived. Ultimately, only 6 riders making it into the breakaway. Richard Carapaz among the riders in the group. What a name this is, by the way. Currently last on the road, 16 minutes behind, Jaizkibel. I feel like this man could be my long lost brother. And the climbing has now begun, but no tempo being set by UAE and Visma. I don't like that at all. I don't want the breakaway winning now, so I am going to put my guys to the front to do some work. And that's because on this +2 day, you never know. We could win this stage. 73k to go, our guys still rolling along the front. There is a preview of the finish in 72k's time. Great work by the boys then, and we've now entered a very technical descent, so you already know. I've got my guys on the front working at 99. Let's see if we can make some splits. Well, no splits, but we are making this a very difficult day and giving the breakaway no chance. And like I said, on this +2, this could be a big day for us. Here we go then, the Col de la Fossile is underway. Ben Healy counters from the peloton, but still, we have lots of domestiques for the big riders. Oi, 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 Ormetzel really rising the tempo now. We are dropping through the group quickly. We need to move up. Come on, Joe Timmsiola. 3k to go. Lenny Martinez has made his move. We are coming to the front of this peloton now. Jan Christen about to go out the back, and we are suffering on this +2 day, but we're gonna continue, and maybe do we sit up now and let the domestiques do their work? 1k to go in this climb then. Lenny Martinez has gone clear. He has 47 seconds right now, but still, Almeida and Torres here for Pogačar. And this is the current state of the peloton. Only 28 riders here, and to be fair, we're feeling pretty good. Some riders like Skielmos has been dropped. That's a surprise, but here we go. Jonas Vingegaard is launching, and Joe Timmsiola is surely going to have to respond if Pogačar goes. There he goes. Jan Christen is done for the day. Let's make sure we're following. But this tempo is absolutely mad right now. Absolutely mad. There goes Pogačar over the top in the yellow jersey, and we cannot follow that move. And it's not up to us to chase Tadej Pogačar. We're going to follow Remco, Seixas, then Del Toro, and only 7 riders in this chasing group as Tadej is caught by Remco. Well, we can only follow the wheels right now, but it's a good effort today by Joe Timmsiola. It's an absolutely chaotic finish, but Pogačar is definitely caught. Who's going to win this in a sprint? I'm going to try and move up in this group to the wheel of Paul Seixas or Jorgensen. We can't get there though. We're stuck on Carlos Rodriguez's wheel into the final kilometre. We're going to launch right now. Try to come round. There comes Mads Pedersen, somehow still here in the finale out of nowhere. And how on earth has Mads Pedersen won that stage? We're going to finish pretty well on actually a very selective day, with behind riders dropping left, right and centre. Pogacar choosing not to sprint for this one. We finished well though, taking time on Jonas Vingegaard, taking bigger time on Lenny Martinez over 1 minute behind, and massive time on riders like Schelmoser. And that now means in the GC, we move into the top 10 with a pretty big buffer on the riders behind as well. So we're looking pretty good for our first top 10 at the Tour. And in some tragic news, my long lost brother Justin Timmerman is over the time limit today. Sad to see, buddies, sad to see. There's a very long way to go though, including this uphill finish on stage 8, and I reckon Matthew Brennan, again, is the rider to beat here. Whereas for Joe Timmsiola, 58 sprints, we're just trying to get through this day without crashing. 10k to go then, we're going to have some fun and try and win this stage with the guys. Maybe Jan Christen, 83 hill, but Arnaud Delis or even Lawrence Pithy could win this one. So here we go, 5k to go. Our guy setting a massive rhythm on the front. There is Tadej Pogacar in the yellow jersey. Oh my word, this tempo is absolutely massive. But here we go, there is Pogacar's wheel. Can I follow it with Lawrence Pithy? Apparently not for now. Let's go 93 with Pithy. I reckon Jan Christen or even Timmsiola could be sprinting, because here we go. Remco launches early. Remco launches very early indeed. Jan Christen just trying to cling on to that tempo. We'll sprint with him, and Joe Timmsiola is going to be the best finisher from the team here, and we're sprinting for the line. It's Timmsiola trying to hold on, trying to win a stage at the Tour de France, and I don't believe it. Joe Timmsiola, with a magic lead out from the team, wins stage 8. Come on! We actually did it. We actually won a sprint finish at the Tour de France. Honestly, where did that come from? We just won a stage at the Tour de France, and I guess having so many massive engines in the team, it pays off on some stages. Because that lead out for Joe Timmsiola was magical by the guys. Jan Christen delivering him to the line at the end. And we hold off Gregoire and Seixas. Pogacar and Remco, they went way too early, and I can tell you, there are some splits further back in this peloton, so that also means we move up in the GC. And overtaking Andrew August, that also means we go into the white jersey, come on. And I think this could be a really good goal for us at the Tour de France, holding off August, but maybe, more importantly, Paul Seixas for that white jersey. This could be an epic battle, and it's fair to say our manager pretty happy with that one, 24 points. And we have our sprinting legs on right now, but I don't think they're going to be enough for Joe Timmsiola to win this pure sprint into Bordeaux. And the question is, can Delis compete with the likes of Brennan and Milan? And there is Joe Timmsiola looking absolutely stunning, now in the white jersey. I want this all the way to Paris. I didn't realise it before the stage began, but today we are riding 261 kilometres. From Limoges to Bordeaux, we may as well be riding the width of France here. Anyway, we finally make it into the final kilometres of this one. As always, I'm protecting Arnaud Delis' back wheel, but still, 45 seconds for the breakaway. And it's Alex Segaert and Stefan Kung, two absolute powerhouses on the front. Are they going to hold on? Well, let's see here, because 3k to go. They are going to be caught. It's Kung and Segaert. What an effort from those guys today. Come on, Delis. There's Brennan. There's Milan in front of Delis. He's following Matthew Brennan's wheel into the final kilometre now, and Delis doesn't have it today. He simply doesn't have it. And Milan streaking clear to win absolutely easily stage 9 of the Tour de France. World champion Jonathan Milan wins here at the Tour de France easily, and also goes into the green jersey. And now this is going to be a really interesting finale, because into San Sebastian it's the Jaizkibel, but before that, we literally have a pancake flat day. So no chance for the breakaway, and surely an easy victory for Pogacar. And so 20k to go, that breakaway are about to be caught up the road. I've got my guys to the front as well, because this final climb, 6.5 kilometers, 6.5% as well. You never know. Maybe we can pull off another stage win. So here we go. We are going to absolutely string the peloton out on the entry to the Jaizkibel climb. 10k to go. Come on, boys. And we are going to enter it in a great position because of the work by the team. They can sit up for the day. We have Van Dijk, then Timmsiola, and Jan Christen still on our wheel. But oi, 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 the tempo being set entering this climb is absolutely massive. Van Dijk trying to protect us as we have attacks right now off the front. It's Seixas and Gregoire going for it, going for the line. I reckon, though, we are going to have Jan Christen work for us right now. Come on, Jan, pull us to the top. He can use that super leader as well, working to today for Joe Timmsiola. Pogacar though, looking so comfortable. Let's use our gel. So there is Pogacar's wheel. Jan Kristen in the wheel right now of Tadej Pogacar. We are on Kristen's wheel, but we are suffering just trying to follow this tempo, and Pogacar surely is going to win this stage. I'm going to move to his wheel. Can I do that, Kristen? Get to Timmsiola's wheel. We're trying to cling on, trying to hold on with everything we can. Go on, Timmsiola. Go for the line. It's not going to happen. And Tadej Pogacar wins in the yellow jersey. Vingegaard second, Ayuso third. It's a 1-3 for UAE, and Timmsiola finishing right at the front, to be fair. And behind, we are going to have some time gaps, so that's a great day for us. When Tadej Pogacar wants a stage victory, he usually gets it, and today that's exactly what happens. But a really good ride from us in 7th place in the end. Great work by the team, and we put 24 seconds into the likes of Jorgensen, Seixas. Also, Andrew August was in this group as well. So we don't move up in the GC, but we gain time on some riders and extend our lead in the white jersey. But looking back to the GC before the first time trial of the race, we're currently 8th place at 6:45. I think we're going to be further down after the time trial. I also want to know, can Remco Evenepoel at 1:40 close or even overtake Tadej Pogacar? Well, that's going to be a massive ask, isn't it? Anyway, 20 kilometers of time trialing. It's not the longest TT ever, so let's just do our best and try to limit our losses. Well, away we go for this 20 kilometer time trial. It's a +1 day for Timmsiola. I hope for more, not gonna lie. It's 72 time trial. But let's lock in here, try and push it on the uphill sections a little more, and then back down to 85 when it flattens out. Andrew August at 48 seconds at that first time check. Let's see where we go. He's our rival for the white jersey, remember. Let's see Timmsiola across the line. It's 1 minute 21. I don't like that. We have worked so hard to improve in the time trial discipline. Has Andrew August finished? Not yet, but I fear we're going to lose our white jersey here. Because August has finished at 1 minute 39, we can now go all out to the finish, I reckon. Come on, Timmsiola, push it downhill to the line. Where do we go? 2 minutes 27 to Ghana. You don't need me to tell you, I hope for better here. Remco Evenepoel wins the time trial, no surprise there, but only 24 seconds ahead of Pogacar. You can see some of the GC favourites in the top 10, the top 20. We are nowhere to be seen up here though, because Joe Timmsiola 89th place on the day. 2 minutes 46 behind Remco, which does mean now in the GC we lose 8th place to Andrew August. And that means in the white jersey we're 18 seconds behind August, with Seixas right there too. This could really be a good fight. But Tadej Pogacar holding off Remco and now really looking good for the yellow jersey. Straight back into the mountains though, we have a really difficult day. The Col d'Aspin kicks things off, and let me tell you, these climbs are steep. And a long descent to the finish, which, let's be honest, suits Joe Timmsiola. I'm feeling optimistic here. So of course Tadej is going to control, with maybe Remco's team as well, an 8-rider breakaway up the road, which is, by the way, incredibly strong. Skjelmos, Gregoire, Lipovitz, Lucas Lopez in this group. But quite clearly, as we enter the Col d'Aspin, the breakaway going to be given no chance today by the peloton. There he is, just behind us on the road, Andrew August in that white jersey. To be fair, looking pretty good in the Ineos kits. We don't want to see that after today though. I want that jersey back today. And by the way, over the Col d'Aspin now, not a tricky time, but we're still only 6 points away from wearing the polka dot jersey. So as this race goes on, we may try and prioritise getting some more KOM points. And entering the Col de Val Laurent d'Azay, I'm going to go with, hopefully you're proud of my pronunciation there, the breakaway Lipovitz, Lopez and Vacek have been gifted 4 minutes. But look at this, I'm tempoing 65 just to stay in position, and we're right at the front of the peloton. Does no one want to win this stage? And this is how this entire climb has gone. The breakaway now have 5 minutes at the front of the race. I'm coming to the front because I reckon we can get the KOM points here, but no, only Gregoire, Brenner, they're going for that. I don't want to spend that energy. But what we can do now is put our guys up to 99 tempo. Come on boys, let's try and attack this descent. And the boys at the front, Pithy and Van Dijk, are doing a beautiful job here, a stellar job. The gap to the breakaway down to 4 minutes, and of course, Lucas Lopez, our arch nemesis, is in that group. We don't want him winning today. UE not taking this stage on, Soudal not taking this stage on, so it's going to be Red Bull Hansgrohe, Van Dijk and Pithy doing some great work here, and Timmsiola coming to the fore. We did as well make a split in that descent. Well, now finally Yui and Sudao look interested in winning this stage, and this final climb, like I said, it's really steep, so I don't expect to see 50 riders here at the top. Well, let's see about that, because there's only 44 riders in this group right now. Van Wilder setting a tempo and still 2 minutes 30 to the breakaway up the road. Are they going to win this stage? Well, I do maybe want some KOM points here. We may as well go for them right now. Go on, beat Only at the top, Timmsiola. I think we might have just beaten him. Yes, we did. 6 points. And I think Jan Christen can only set a tempo, and we're going to sit in this group and see if we can make some splits. But we're no way going to win this stage, because the likes of Narvaez and Pogacar are still here, and they're a lot quicker than Joe Timmsiola. So can Florian Lipovitz hold on? He has 1 minute right now, 11k to go, or is he going to be heartbroken? I'm going to try and follow the wheels, surf the wheels right now, and if the tempo slows, I am going on the attack. Because here we are, 6k to go. There is Lipovitz, and I think he's going to be caught here. This is a very cagey finale. There's Narvaez, and surely he is set to win this one. Because there are attacks. Ina Rubio trying to go clear. I am in the perfect wheel, I reckon, of Narvaez, and Lipovitz is going to be heartbroken. It's August doing the lead out for Ineos. And 2k to go. I'm following the wheel of Johnny Narvaez, trying to create some separation, but we're not going to be able to. Narvaez is surely too quick. All the way to the line, Johnny Narvaez trying to win, and he beats Malacy to win stage 12 of the Tour de France, and it's 5th place for Joe Timmsiola. Well, that was a very cagey stage, I have to say. Narvaez getting the win, but I expected much bigger gaps than this. But the victory doesn't come without a cost for Ineos, because further down, Andrew August losing time, and also Carlos Rodriguez, so we gain time on them and leap August in the GC. But before going to the next one, I do want to talk about our fitness, because we rested a lot after the Giro. This graph, by the way, is quite bugged. But that was crucial, because our tiredness is now really low going into the final week or so of this race, but our fitness is skyrocketing for the final week of the Tour, so we should be hitting some great form. And we really need some good form today on the colder Tourmalet, an absolutely massive test, with the Col Bisque as well, preceding the Tourmalet. What a stage we have in store. Pogacar's the favourite, but I want to definitely hold on to the white jersey today. And we get a half decent day on a +1. I'll take that at this point. And a massive fight for the breakaway. Jan Christen, go on boy, get yourself up the roads. UAE Team Emirates, of course, are going to have to control this breakaway. 28 riders, like I said, in this group. The likes of Lipovitz, Ayuso, Pogacar's teammate up the roads. Del Toro has a teammate in Urchabrooks, and we of course have one in Jan Christen, but I do want to say, in the polka dot jersey, Lipovitz now wearing that, and we're 9 points behind. We're picking up points where we can, just to stay in touch. Here we go then with the Col Bisque, a really difficult climb on paper. Average of 7.5%, max of 11 for 16 kilometers. The question is, how much are UAE going to push this, because the breakaway have 7.5 minutes, which isn't great for us, because riders like Tobias Johannesson in that group, Urchabrooks as well, they're going to jump us currently in the GC. Well, I have to tell you, the tempo on the Bisque has not been high at all. There's still over 100 riders in the peloton and 9 minutes to that breakaway. And well, I can tell you the situation has not changed massively with 50k to go in the peloton. The breakaway still with 7.5 minutes, and Pogacar being forced to use all of his mountain domestiques really early. Piganzoli is now on the front. So you know what, to eliminate the threat of some riders in the breakaway jumping us in the GC, I will put Van Dijk to the front to work a little bit, entering the Tourmalet. And now entering the foot of the Tourmalet, 17k to go. I have told Jan Christen to sit up and wait for Joe Timmsiola. He can go to 65 effort, because the peloton are entering and we need his help. And with only 35 riders in the peloton, it's Bahrain going to the front to work for Lenny Martinez. He must be feeling good today. Here we go, 8k left, and Tadej Pogacar attacks Andrew August, trying to follow Tadej Pogacar. That is surely a mistake, buddy, and Pogacar has gone all in the yellow jersey. What a move there, and there's only 19 riders in this group. Mick van Dijk with an epic ride in the mountains to last this long, and now we have Jan Christen dropping back, crucially to help Joe Timmsiola from the breakaway, and we are suffering on the Col de Tourmalet. I can tell you Juan Ayuso is is at the front of this race, going for the win rather than helping Tadej, but Tadej doesn't need any help. Dropping now is Enric Mas, Laurens de Plus. We're next to Rodriguez, and August is going to be caught by Paul Seixas. That was a bad move by August, but we can't keep up with some of these guys. We simply can't keep pace. Seixas is flying up this mountain. We have caught August, but we need to tempo at 75 to the line, as Ayuso has won the stage. Riders are all over the road on the Tourmalet. Seixas is ahead, Martinez and Remco as well, and Vingegaard does not have it today. And we need every bit of help we can get right now from Jan Christen, trying to carry us all the way to the summit of this Tourmalet, and it's so steep to the line. We've caught Remco and we're dropping Jonas Vingegaard. Never mind, Vingegaard comes round us into the final few hundred meters. Christen tries to close that gap as we cross the line in 26th position. UAE Team Emirates are toying with everyone else at the Tour de France because Juan Ayuso wins this one almost 3 minutes ahead of the rest of the breakaway. Tadej Pogacar at 4 minutes 20 is the first of the GC riders. Then we have Seixas with a brilliant ride, almost 1 minute behind. Further back we look to Lenny Martinez, then Remco, even further to Vingegaard. We finished basically with Jonas Vingegaard, who had not his best day on the bike. And we finished on the same time as August and actually put time into the likes of Rodriguez and Del Toro. So what does this mean for the GC? Well, we're still in the top 10, but only just, because we lose places to Martinez and Seixas, our white jersey rival. And we also lose a place to Juan Ayuso, jumping up 11 places from the breakaway. UAE pulling an absolute blinder today. So behind the three aliens of Pogacar, Remco and Vingegaard, I think that's the podium pretty much wrapped up. Behind them, I reckon 4th place is up for grabs. And we're also in a titanic tussle between Andrew August and Paul Seixas to try and win this white jersey. There's 19 seconds between the three riders. Johnny Milan currently winning the green jersey, and it's Gregoire in the KOM polka dot jersey, but this one's really close as well. In the next one, we have a few more transitional days before heading to the Alps for the final showdown at this Tour de France, and then the time trial in Paris. Drop a like if you cannot wait to see the final week of Joe Timmsiola's Tour de France. I'll tell you what, if we hit 1,000 likes on this video, I will drop it immediately. So get liking down below, guys. We're going all in to see how well we can finish in the GC, and I cannot wait for that. Anyway, thank you very much to the channel members for your support on the channel. Big shout out to you guys. If you want to join, hit that join button down below. A big thank you for the support on the channel lately, guys. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait for the Tour de France finale, and I'll see you guys there.